Welcome back to another episode of the Mythic Giraffe podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ron. Slightly tired and looking for rain, Ron. Man. Actually, if it rains.
Do you need rain?
Well, if it rains, I won't have to go to the farmer's market.
No, you can still go to the farmer's market if it rains.
It's what? It's raining.
Yeah.
It's open air.
Yeah. They have canopies.
They do for themselves.
You tuck under there with them. Make a friend.
Let me tell you, after experiencing the rain in Alaska, I'm good on not getting wet for a while.
Was it a cold driving rain?
No, it was. So, fun fact: where that part of Alaska is a rainforest, and the lady was like, "Yeah, it never really gets below 30, and it never really goes above 60." I was like, "I can move here tomorrow. Let's go."
Yeah, that's except for the rain.
Except for the rain. I said, "Well, how how hot and humid did she get?" She's like, "What's humid?" I said, "I'm moving."
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
But then at the other island where it was raining, we got very lucky in our 9-day trip. We only had 2 really bad days of rain.
Yeah, nice.
But we went to, I think it was Skagway, and the guy said, "Yeah, we get about 50 days of sunshine a year."
Oof.
I said, "Ooh, that's tough." That's tough.
Yeah.
And they were like, it was pouring buckets. He's like, "Yeah, we're going to probably get about 4 inches of rain today, and that's pretty normal." I'm like,
what?
Good Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was
4 inches of rain. Oh my god.
When it's funny because there's like 4 people in the fire department who've come up to me like, "Oh yeah, we're going to Alaska in 2 months." There's everybody's going to Alaska cruises this year, and every one of them I say the same thing. I said, take good rain gear, rain pants, rain jacket, with a hood, a nice hat, and some waterproof shoes. And one of them says, "Well, I'm going in August. I don't think it'll be that bad." Well, according to the locals, they get 50 days of sunshine a year, and I'm pretty sure they didn't say, and it's all in August.
Right. Yeah.
So, do what you.
Yeah, I have heard a lot of it seems like trips like that are cyclical.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of people, went to England, and now a bunch of people are going to Alaska.
It was, yeah. It was a trip of a lifetime. That's what I would say.
Good. Did you fight a grizzly bear?
Didn't even see a grizzly bear.
What?
I don't really live in that area of Alaska. They're brown bears, but not grizzlies. Yeah. Went to Seattle.
Did you fight a brown bear?
Did not fight the brown bears, no. They look big.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen bears at the zoo. We went to a bear rescue, which you were a lot closer to the bears than I've been in other situations. They are big.
Yeah.
Went to Seattle, and everybody, I was just I was expecting it to be homeless everywhere and this dirty city. It was one of the cleanest cities I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And boy, I hate living on the East Coast now.
Yeah, I know.
We were like, because we had a whole day in Seattle before we'd get on go to the airport to get home.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, "Well, how are we gonna get to the airport? We take an Uber." I'm like, "Oh, that's probably gonna cost us $50 an Uber. Let's go look at the light rail." It was $3 to ride the light rail across the city to get to the airport.
Nice.
Wait,
what is this light rail?
Exactly.
Is it a handrail that's lit up to tell you where to go?
Yeah. It was whatever way you wanted to go, $3. I was like, why would you ever drive?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's what I've kind of figured out why when we got there the first day to Seattle, I was like, there's nobody driving in this town. I'm used to traffic over here where, there's people on the roads all the time, constantly. Not there. It was nice.
Yeah.
Well, your state's the worst for light rail, so you guys don't get to talk.
They're trying on the Western Shore.
No, they're not. They're trying on 3 of the counties in the Western Shore.
Well, yeah. They're the only 3 that count.
Yeah. And they won't connect the 2 counties above them to Delaware,
Yeah.
so that you could go from New York to DC without
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah. I will say I went by the old train station the other day in Salisbury, and where they're renovating it, the roof looks really nice now.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it's a step.
Wasn't it going to be a brewery or something?
Oh, I don't know. I thought they were like actually going to turn it back into a train station.
Oh, I thought like EO had bought it or somebody.
They may have, and then probably sold it. And
Well, I think they kind of like got into some financial trouble or something. I don't remember.
yeah,
I do remember somebody had bought it and was going to renovate it and turn it into something.
yeah.
It's in a weird spot in the town.
It is, but I mean that could definitely put the right kind of growth in that area. I would think.
Oh, if it went anywhere, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my. It's always my complaint about the beach slash Eastern Shore. It's like you all hate traffic, right? Everybody hates beach traffic.
Yeah.
Number one answer to beach traffic would be a train,
Right.
but there seems to be no impetus to put a train in
Yeah.
to the beach.
Well, then how would you get around, Ron?
You walk, you take a bike,
No,
you
no,
Uber,
no, can't do that.
you take the drunk bus.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember who I was talking to the other day, but there's just such a. It's almost like a negative connotation if you walk somewhere.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, like that's what it was the other day. The permits coordinator for the fire marshal's office. She dropped her vehicle off at Burnett White in the morning and walked to work. I'm like, oh my god, why'd you do that? She's like, it's a nice day. It's a mile. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
We walked on average in Alaska 5 miles a day.
Yeah.
Like our big day, we did 9.
Hmm.
We got back and I was like, we've been back a week.
Yeah.
Today. Like we've walked 5 miles this whole week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, we need to get back to walking.
Yeah.
Because you feel so much better.
Mm-hmm.
You enjoy the thing. Like walking around, the sad part about Seattle for me is like it was beautiful to walk around. I didn't give a crap about anything I was seeing. I don't drink coffee, so everybody's like, you gotta go to
Oh
Starbucks.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't care.
Oh no, no. Starbucks is ass coffee.
Sure, like
God.
all coffee is ass coffee to me.
Hmm.
But just walking around places is crazy. The people don't do it.
Yeah.
It's one thing I will say Lewis, Delaware does really well.
I
It's
believe you mean lose.
mm, I mean, Swaffendale, whatever their original name was.
uh,
You know, they have bike paths, walking paths. Seattle, same thing. Or
yeah.
where we go, Victoria, Canada. They have a
Okay.
bike path that goes through the whole city, and they actually have signs that say how many people rode bikes through that area that day.
Oh
And it
wow.
says like it's got a digital tracker, and then it's like, and this
Hmm.
is how many people have rode bikes this year. And it was like this is May we were there,
Yeah.
and it was already up to 100,000 people had rode bikes through this one little intersection.
Jesus.
It's like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Hmm. Not
Salisbury.
us. We're trying to take bike lanes away.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You also don't have bike lanes that make any sense.
Well, yeah, that was not laid out very well at all.
They don't go anywhere. They don't
Yeah.
connect anything.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, you talk about Delaware driving through. I don't know, a couple weeks ago. There's like new developments, going in all throughout Sussex County.
oh yeah,
But the ones closer to the beach area, I mean, it's like they have the area that the development's going to be, and then they put in the footpaths and bike paths and everything before they even put the houses in. It's nice.
it is nice. And now they're connecting them all,
Yeah.
which is really nice. It's not that much. It's not that difficult.
No, it's not.
And like I had this whole conversation with my mother because she made a whole big talk about how she's 67. We made her walk like 5 miles one day. She's like, I did pretty well for a 67-year-old. I'm like,
What?
A 67-year-old should be walking more
Yeah.
than that's how you keep yourself
Mhm.
fit. And her
Yeah.
husband, who's not fit, I'm like, get him to go walking every day.
Yeah.
She's like, well, there are walking paths right by our house. I'm like, then you don't have an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and like you said, walking around, you get to take things in, you appreciate what's going on around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to know your town in a better way than
Yeah.
just you're always frustrated when you're in a car.
Yeah.
It's just a frustrating experience.
Yeah.
Parking
Hmm.
sucks. Paying for parking
Yeah.
sucks.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let's say, I mean, we went down and back to Virginia Beach Friday, Saturday, and oh my God, that stretch on the eastern shore of Virginia is just horrendous.
Oh yeah.
It's
I've only been
just
on it twice, and it's awful.
monotony and just, oh yeah, we're going through Chehurnaville. Let's slow down to 35 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, it's like
Oh, there's the Macapingo Clam Shack. I don't care. Which, oh, yeah, I guess they're trying to increase the people that go there. They had giant signs all over it. Gluten free, gluten free. Yes, of course, a clam is gluten free, you maniac.
yeah, yeah. It's a buzzword.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a fun buzzword. Oh, I have a new pet peeve that
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, what's the pet peeve?
I've only seen this last week or 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on the cruise,
Yeah, which,
and they had a gym. Went to the
okay.
gym every day.
All right.
We were very well. I went to the gym every day. My lovely wife got seasick one day.
Aw.
It was a rough day.
Mm.
I think she's resentful at me because I didn't get seasick.
Isn't that nice when it's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't have sympathy sickness.
yeah. Sorry, I was moving around, but we're going in, and it's not a very big. It's like a hotel gym on on a
Yeah.
beach. It's not big. And I see this guy sit down on a bench backwards or upside down. How do you want to think? He puts his ass where his head's supposed to go,
Okay.
and I'm like, really, dude? That's just
Yeah,
people's
that.
heads go there, and you're putting your
Yeah.
sweaty ass balls on that spot. Whatever. I don't say anything. Then I go back to my gym this week, 2 days ago, or whatever day I texted
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
There's another freaking guy sitting on the bench on the wrong freaking end. He's got his head on
What?
he's got his fucking ass on the head of the bench. Like, what the fuck is going on with these people?
Did you smack him?
Yes.
I was about
I
to say,
walked
you're
up.
in your home gym. You're allowed to.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, you're on my turf now. It's
Yeah.
like and it's pretty clear which one's the head and which one's the crotch area of the damn
Yeah.
bench, bud. Put your crotch at the crotch area.
Yeah. And even if it's just a straight bench that doesn't, ha- have the incline area or whatever, yeah, they always put like the emblem where your head goes, and the handle where you can move it is where your balls go.
And also, there's 8 benches in a row with people on them, and they're all facing one way.
Right.
You're not special. It's Cupcake.
Yeah.
Do what they're doing.
Hmm.
Ugh, very annoying.
Hmm. What's like the gym at work the other day? I went in there, and I always take a towel and I put it where the head goes just because I'm bald. I have a sweaty head. I
Sure.
know this is going to happen. I go to get on one of the benches, and the head area has a spot of I don't know what on it. I'm like, oh, what the hell? And all that person had to do was spray and wipe. It would have been
Mm-hmm.
fine. But no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no, we can't do that.
Yeah. Well, my gym is. I finally got. Like, they finally have broken, and I want to go narc so bad. They, so the
Mm.
in the back of the gym, if you have the upgraded membership, which I do have, but that's because they give a
A la
discount.
di da.
They give a discount to firefighters, and it's a very hefty discount.
Mm. Mm.
So I have to go in there because sometimes I don't really like around people, and I like to not embarrass people with my big gut. So I'll go in there and work out.
Yeah.
They put a sign up that says if you use a weight, rack a weight, you can, or something like that. Passive
Yeah.
aggressive, rack your weights.
Yeah.
The people who never rack their weights in there are the fucking trainers. And I'm just
Really?
pictures. Oh yeah, it's always the trainers.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm going to narc.
Yeah.
They're the ones. It's the number one thing that you can do in a gym that's wrong.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
it
so
never
are they the
happens.
ones that are like videoing themselves working out?
No, I think what's happening is they're training someone,
Mm.
and then it's one trainer that I can think of in particular, and then she won't have another client for an hour, and she'll just leave all the shit out. And
No.
yeah, it's not acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or that's like the people that they go and they take every dumbbell possible over to their bench. It's like,
Yes.
no. I
Yeah.
get that you're going to run through all these, but just use it, rack it, get the next one. It's those extra steps will help you burn calories.
It's fair. Yeah, there is one girl who trains like that, but to be honest, she could be a goddess in many pantheons, so she could do it if she wants.
I was going to say,
She,
if they were like setting this stuff out so they could video themselves while they're working out, you just get in behind them in the video and just have your belly out and just rubbing your belly or something.
you know what's kind of nice about my gym? That behavior doesn't happen.
Nice.
People don't video themselves in my gym. And there's not even really a rule against it. They just don't
Yeah.
do it.
It's kind of like a etiquette thing.
Yeah, it's just an etiquette thing.
Mm.
That I was telling the guys on my shift the other day, I was going to kill like 30 people in Alaska. And the nice thing is I'm in Alaska, so I'll probably get away with it.
Yeah.
There's like one cop per 700
Yeah.
square miles. I'm good.
Yeah.
So these people are just, we were at a hike. We went on this gorgeous, like you land in Juneau and you just hike out of this, basically out into the mountains. And it's gorgeous. And these people are just walking with their cameras and they're basically looking at their cameras and instead of,
Yeah.
seeing what's around them.
Right.
It's terrible. It's gross.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're
Yeah.
not paying attention to where they're walking, so they walk into you, and you're just like, gets so frustrating. And I told Sherry, I was like, I guess because I grew up as a bigger guy, I'm not a giant or anything, but I'm not a small person. I've always been very cognizant of where I am in relation to other people.
No, that's just called being a decent human.
Sure, but these people do not give a crap.
No.
They just bump into you. They'll do whatever, and it's like, man, I want to. You realize there's no police officer here, and they'll never find your body.
Yeah. I will throw you in here with the brown bear.
Yeah, the brown bear will take you out. But it's crazy how people just sit there with their cameras out, like and never enjoying the moment. Just
right. Yeah. Yeah. Are you really going to go back and, oh wow, look at this video? No.
Right. Yeah, I took like 8 pictures my entire trip away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took one video, and I was
Yeah.
standing still when I did it.
Yeah. Oh, no. You got to take the video while you're walking and have it so it's videoing your reaction as well as whatever you're watching. So you can, yeah.
No.
Mm.
Yeah. I did almost quit my job when I came back because I had such a nice beard.
Oh, yeah.
And when I had to shave my beard, it was painful.
Mm.
It was rough.
Painful physically or painful?
Both.
Emotional,
both.
yeah.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
And now it's got gray in it, so I'm like, I've missed the chance to have a beard that wasn't gray.
Yeah. You can, when you do grow a beard, you can put what's the...
Just for men.
Yeah, just for men.
Yeah. But it was physically painful too.
Yeah. So you got to take clippers to it first. And,
well, I didn't charge my clippers beforehand.
Oh.
And I was so jet lagged. I was just like shaving basically like a robot. It was rough. Yeah. Bad times.
Yeah. It was like when we went Friday, we saw Kevin James stand up and he's got a beard now. And it's like, that's weird. But yeah, I mean, like you talk about walking and stuff. Yeah, we walked everywhere. We walked to dinner and then to the show, and then the next morning we walked to breakfast. Eventually, we found a breakfast spot.
I get a text from listeners. I get a text yesterday from my friend. I'm going to kill my wife if she doesn't pick a place to eat breakfast.
Yeah.
How many places did you walk to?
3.
So my question, and the question I didn't ask yesterday because I wanted to save it for
Yeah.
you. What was the eventual decision to get?
She got I got a breakfast sandwich like I was going to get at any of the other places, and a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you.
Yeah. Some kind of omelet bowl. Yeah, I don't know. It was something. But when I inquired later, it was, well, there were so many options. Yeah.
I get that. It's tough sometimes to make a decision because you're like, oh my God, I don't want to luck into this place. But sometimes you just got to go for it, right?
Yeah. 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 And I feel bad because finally she just got something because she was like, he's getting hangry. Which is definitely a thing with me. I definitely get hangry. But yeah. And she's like, "Oh, how's your coffee?" I'm like, "It tastes like coffee." I was like, I drink Firehouse coffee 5 days out of the week. You could, give me a cup of coffee from a gas station. I'm just as happy.
It's brown water that's hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It tastes terrible.
Exactly. It's delightful.
It's terrible. Oh, I have a rating for everyone. I tried the quote unquote best pizza in Alaska. The answer is 0 because it's not pizza.
What was it? Some kind of weird flatbread?
It's a cracker with sauce and cheese on top. And
What?
it was tasty, but boy, oh boy, it was a literal flatbread that was so crispy. It was a cracker. It was. Here's a tip to the people of Alaska. I love or at least Southeast Alaska. I love your landscape. I love your friendliness. Your openness to share with strangers was amazing. Of course, I was paying you, so I'm sure that helps.
Yeah, it does help.
But your pizza should not be able to fit under a closed door.
Oh, no.
Pizza.
You think it's like they saw pictures of pizza and just like, oh, I'm sure this is how it's made.
I think also that they learn from British people because British people also don't know what pizza is. And they think they know what pizza is.
Yeah.
And they're probably very, very talkative about what they think pizza is, but they're wrong. And to the people of Italy, my family is descended from you. You also don't know what pizza is. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Giant slices of tomato and
yeah, you guys may have invented the form, quote unquote, but we perfected it here in America, and unfortunately, we perfected it on the mid-east coast of America.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only place in the world to get pizza.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Your Chicago pizza casserole.
Not only that, but Chicago. Let's talk about. I loved your city, Chicago. It was beautiful. Welcoming to me. Of course, I was paying you, so that helps. Your deep dish pizza is not pizza.
No.
It's cold soup in a sweet pastry casing, and that is weird.
Yeah. You should be able to pick it up, fold it, and eat it.
It shouldn't be sweet.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. Unless you get like one of those weird dessert pizzas.
That's not pizza.
Yeah, I know. That's just a tart.
Yeah,
Tort?
Yeah. Which is, it's fine. You can enjoy your dessert pizza, but it ain't pizza.
Just don't call it pizza.
Yeah. I have strong opinions on what pizza is.
Yeah.
It's also my viewpoint that pizza is only one flavor, and that is cheese. All the other things are just fancy and dreaming.
Yeah. See, I gotta have pepperoni on my pizza. I mean, I'll eat just a plain cheese pizza, but I like a pepperoni.
It's fine. Pepperoni pizza. Look,
But if you don't have the base correct, if you don't have the dough to sauce to cheese ratio, you could put whatever topping you want on it. It's going to be garbage.
once you start putting toppings on it, in my view, you aren't proud of your pizza, right?
Yeah.
You don't think your pizza's very good. So if I see a place and they're like, "Oh, we sell this, 17 topping pizza," I don't want that
Hmm.
because that means you got bad pizza.
Hmm.
Supreme pizzas, not pizza. It's a salad on
Yeah.
top of bread. It's not pizza.
It's a salad on top of bread. Hmm. So what about the Hawaiian?
It's an abomination,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it might be delicious, but it's not pizza.
Yeah.
It's not. This no bueno.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Just call it something else.
Just call it something else. Just be proud of the fact that you eat something that's not pizza.
Yeah.
It's fine. Look, I give Salisbury mad props. They have one of the best pizza shops around.
Yeah.
That place doesn't get enough credit for being probably the best restaurant in
It's
Salisbury.
because it's tucked in this little area.
Yeah.
But
But it's the best
yeah,
pizza.
I mean, you talk about, don't call it pizza. I mean, it's not like I went to the Greek pita place the other day and I got a gyro. It's not like they're like, oh yeah, this is a Mediterranean taco
Right.
or chalupa or whatever. No. Yeah.
I have not been to that pizza place.
Oh, it's so good.
I like Greek food.
Yeah.
I went
I
to the
walk
new ramen.
in, they're like, hey, Chris. I'm like, hey.
Well, if I walked in and they said, "Hey, Chris," I'd be weird.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like the one guy, he's like, what's it going to be today? Falafel or gyro?
I'm not a falafel fan. It's so dry.
It can be. That's why I almost wish their falafels were smaller.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, they tend to make them too big, and they're like, it's too dry for me.
yeah. Yeah.
Not a huge falafel fan.
Yeah. But their feta fries, oh my gosh.
Mm.
I
I did go accidentally vegetarian, and I've been vegetarian for 3 weeks.
heard.
How did you hear?
Paramedic on your shift
Which paramedic is ratting me out?
was talking about the fried rice you made the other night and how they had to cook some extra chicken for them and the driver.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we
that
were
paramedic.
forced to eat vegetarian that night. I had to go out and get chicken and cook it for me and the chauffeur.
That is not even true, first off.
Did you put egg in the rice?
I did not put egg in the rice.
Yeah.
It was a vegetarian fried rice, and even the old man on the shift was like, "This is delicious." So,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's easier on his teeth.
They made this big deal like I wasn't going to serve chicken with it. I said, I'm going to make a fried rice, and then we'll add whatever protein you guys want on top of it. I don't care. I'm just going to eat the fried rice. And then it became, he wasn't going to put a protein until we said something. I looked at him and said, are you going to die if you don't eat chicken one meal a day?
God, chicken's so gross. It's just,
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like, I mean, seriously, if somebody was like, you can either only eat chicken as your protein or go vegetarian, I'm going vegetarian.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I am. Yeah, I didn't mean to go vegetarian. That's the weirdest part.
Yeah.
I just, on the cruise ship, the only food that was really any good was the vegetarian option. And there was like the Indian food options.
Yeah.
Pretty much I ate the whole ship, and I was like, I came back, I'm like, I guess I'm vegetarian now.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I'll eat, a couple days and be like, I haven't had meat since Monday or something. It's just happens.
Yeah, I read this book my dietitian recommended me called Fiber Fueled. My guy's definitely vegan. It's fine. He's a doctor and he talks about the benefits of all this. And he's like, look, just go with the 90% rule.
Yeah.
90% vegetarian, 10% whatever the hell you want, and you're
Yeah.
probably okay. I'm trying to kind of live by that life.
Yeah.
If you eat 90% good, 10%
Yeah.
crap, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of I got to start living that life when it comes to working out. Because I got to stop guilting myself when I don't work out.
Yeah. 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 You're allowed to, have days off and take care of yourself. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate
Uh-oh.
Metroidvania games or Metroidvania or whatever the hell you call those
Oh
games.
God.
I
Which one did you
decided.
try?
Hollow Knight?
Oh yeah. I tried it and
I'm like 7 hours in that game.
Ooh.
And, or I might be more because we took the
Yeah.
Switch with us on the boat.
Yeah.
And, basically on the flight over, I played Hollow Knight the entire flight over. And, man, either I'm doing it wrong, which is totally possible, or it's just really hard to progress in that game.
Yeah. I didn't get far. I got very confused. I was like, there are these giant bugs that take you places, and yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and you were right. Uh, Expedition 33 is definitely a Chris ass game.
Oh, it's the most Chris game that's ever existed.
Yeah,
I, I
in Act 2.
oh, I didn't get that far.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I'm
the
finally starting to get the parrying down.
almost as the first cutscene was rolling, I was like, "This is the most Chris game I've ever been involved with."
Yeah.
It's beautiful,
Yeah.
very confusing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems cool.
Yeah, turn-based combat. I like.
Yeah,
I don't. It's one of those though that you've got more characters than slots in your party,
right.
so it's always that like, oh, who do I take?
Well, you do. I don't. I haven't got that far.
Yeah,
I only have 3
but
characters.
yeah, yeah.
But it
I'm
is.
learning French because of it.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's actually after side tangent, the Frenchmen were here at the fire department for a couple weeks. I was like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Yeah, maybe I will dabble into French a little bit. That language all sounds the same. Oh, you had an orange today. Great. God almighty.
It's a lot of P's and R's.
Well,
And
I'm like a man. It's
yeah,
it's very,
yeah,
I don't know, guttural almost.
yes,
Mm.
that's
So
very fair.
mm.
Yeah, it's not a beautiful language, I would say. It's
Yeah,
a mumbly language.
yeah,
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 and it's a little frustrating to learn.
yeah. I was about to say Duolingo. I'm like, have the speaker to my ear, trying
Yeah,
like, what did they say?
yeah. Try to watch French
Mm.
TV, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah,
these aren't words. This is just the mumbling of a madman.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm on my streak still. This is the only thing I'd use my internet for, and while I was in Alaska, was to
yeah.
continue my Duolingo streak.
Nice.
Yeah. Now we're learning about sports.
Ooh,
Yeah. And how
yeah.
to pray for your football team. that's, that's literally one of the things they talked about.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the sentences they put together in Duolingo, I'm just like, what the hell were you smoking?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. And wait till you get to like some of the really wacky ways that French people handle possessive. It's
Mm.
real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know the way they count is bizarre.
They
Like,
count in
was
20s.
it? Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
80 is like 420s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That actually goes back all the way back to like the ancient Gauls. It's kind of cool.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah. There were a
Oh.
20 based counting system 4,000
Okay.
years ago or whatever.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Not a base of 10. That's no 20. That's a nice round number, 20.
Well, why does Space of 10 make any more sense?
I don't know. Either of them make more sense than 12.
Uh, who's a base 8? Is that Persian? Is base 8?
I don't know. That's
Yeah, I
God.
think they're an 8 base system.
I'm gonna start one at 5 or 7.
But 8 base makes more sense. 8 and 12 make more sense than 10 and 20, by the way. There are
What?
24 hours in a day, so it's a system of 12s. And 8
But
also divided into 12s, into 24s.
that's just because some maniac decided it should be 24 hours. It could be 20 hours.
No, because then it wouldn't be even.
Time is look. We have broken me before about time. Okay, we're not doing this again.
That's fair.
Oh God.
It's just a construct. It's
Yeah. The 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something. I don't know. We had both our families over Memorial Day weekend. We had a little barbecue on Sunday and this and that. I'm grilling away and there's conversations and I hear my oldest daughter talking to someone. I can't remember who it was in the family. And they were talking about, what time is this? And she's, well, it's this, but I mean, really, what is time? I slammed the spatula down. Exactly. My wife is just like, just go back to grilling.
I was watching really deep science videos one day while I was working out. Because I got thinking, what's at the edge of the universe?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it really messes with your brain because the answer is we
Yeah.
don't know. And they don't think there's an edge.
Isn't it like it's a ever expanding edge? So there's really not an edge because it's always moving?
Well, the one theory is that it's a non-Euclidean shape, so it folds back in on itself. Yeah, it was just crazy. Yeah. Then I get a whole thing of like perceptive time. It was it's crazy.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It'll break your brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Tyson, if you're listening, Neil, please, just stop breaking my brain.
We don't
I
care
will
if you
see
learn.
these.
Just stop telling us that.
Yeah. When it comes to time and relative, just let me be dumb.
But also, everything they're telling you is bullshit.
But yeah.
Because it's based on their observations and their theories.
Yeah.
But who are they? That's what I say.
Well, yeah. Oh, don't even get me started about the church I went to the other day. God.
You went to a church?
My brother got baptized. So
Your brother got baptized?
Yes. So I was invited. I was like, okay, I'll go, just to show support. And it reaffirmed that I'm not a church person.
I think we should get off this topic.
Yes, we should. Yep.
Let's go to topic 1.
Yes, topic 1.
Because there's a pitfalls of things right there.
Yes.
So, I watched some movies on my vacation.
Okay. Fancy movies?
No. Marvel movies, actually.
Okay.
Movies that I had heard not great things about.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I found them all perfectly enjoyable. So I'm going to preface that. I watched Venom, Death to Us Part. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the
Ten Rings.
Yep. What's the other one I watched? Oh, Captain America...
Brave New World. Yeah.
I started to watch Kraven the Hunter. I didn't get to finish it.
Oh, God, that one's bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The Russell Crowe part was bad.
The what?
The Russell Crowe part was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a seemingly fat old Russian guy.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to say this because and then when I came back, I heard people trashing Brave New World. They were all perfectly fine. They're all perfectly serviceable movies, and we all need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, I think they are all serviceable movies. I think a lot of the hate is because of just kind of I don't know, the take they took on some of them, like like Venom: The Last Dance. I, there was just so many weird things in that just didn't make sense.
I mean, it's comic book movies. It's not supposed to make
I
sense.
know it. I know it is, but like, oh, the this creature can't see us when we're not, in Venom form, but it can see the other people to kill them, and just, it's like it was way too comic booky in that it was, oh, it can, it's got this bright light on us that it sees us when we're Venom. Oh, poof, Venom, has receded. I don't know where he went. Where did he go? I don't know.
It was
Hmm.
fine. I'm not saying it was the greatest movie of all time,
Yeah.
but what I think my point is, people need to chill out. That yes, I think most people would agree that Avengers Endgame and all of that it built up to was a great arc,
Yeah.
and it was a great movie.
Hmm.
But to like trash these other movies because they're not that is
Yeah.
kind of bonkers. That'd be like, every war movie is not Apocalypse Now, so they all suck.
Yeah.
Like,
Where every painting sucks that isn't the Mona Lisa.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just learn to enjoy the
Yeah.
things that
Every
you.
MP3 player that's not a Zune. It's horrible.
There it is. But I mean, I thought Brave New World was a fun watch. I watched it on a plane.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying run out to theaters and stay in line for 30 hours to
Oh,
see it.
yeah.
But it was a perfectly good movie. I mean, I enjoy Sam Wilson as Captain America. I think it's an interesting concept. Um, Bucky as a congressman is weird
Yeah.
because, like,
But
didn't
I don't understand the whole why Sam can't take the super soldier serum.
we choose not to, right? And that the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah. I get that he chose not to, but why?
Uh,
Yeah. 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 He
Still can't.
likes getting his ass kicked. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, and getting stabbed and getting beat up a lot.
yeah. 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 And why didn't he use guns?
That's a good
We've
question.
seen Falcon use guns all before. I don't know.
We've even seen Captain America. Well,
Yeah, we have seen
in the
Captain America
comics,
use
we've
guns.
using guns, and he's
Oh no,
used
in the
them
Marvel we have too.
just in the World War II start.
Yeah, just in the World War II side. Yeah, but I thought Red Hawk was really good.
Wait, who's Red Hawk?
Harrison Ford.
Oh, Red Hulk. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
Hawk. I'm like Red
No, no,
Hulk.
no, Red Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Harrison Ford was.
Like I was actually like, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna kill Sam Wilson.
Yeah, yeah. There actually felt like there was
Yeah,
actual danger.
yeah.
Um, that was really good. I thought the whole whoever that guy is weird. Part was weird,
Uh,
but
the leader,
is that his name?
I think. Yeah, the brain
The
guy.
brain guy. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
That was interesting.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it was. I enjoyed the movie. I'm
yeah.
not sure why it got all the hate it got.
Well, I think it's Chris Evans was an amazing Captain America. I don't, I don't know. I don't think people were ready for Sam to be Captain. I think in the comics it was a slower transition. Maybe I don't know, but yeah,
But we're all gonna have to just realize that people can't play these parts forever,
yeah, yeah.
right? It's also
Unless you're
my
Hugh Jackman, you'll be Wolverine till he's 90.
that's fair, but it's also my problem with like people against Captain Marvel. I think
Yeah.
Brie Larson did a perfectly fine job with
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. I thought she's amazing as Captain Marvel.
I really liked the Captain Marvel movie, the one with the scrolls, and people give that movie real dog. They really hate on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I didn't realize there was a lot of hate for Shang-Chi
I didn't
or
either.
Shang-Chi.
I,
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I thought it was a cool take on a kung fu movie set in a
Yeah,
comic book world.
exactly. Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of
Mm,
on its own,
mm,
I would say,
yeah,
but I thought it was fine.
yeah. And what's
The
his face's character? The oh god, the British guy who was the Mandarin
Oh
in
yeah,
Iron Man 3.
Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley. Yeah, God,
Yeah,
his character was hilarious.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I thought that movie had just the right mix of comic relief and
hmm.
decent kung fu, and
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I didn't watch it before, but I'm not a good judge of. Don't use me, but I didn't realize how much hate there was for that movie.
Yeah,
I heard nothing but hate for Captain America, and I've
yeah.
heard nothing but hate for Craven. I didn't really hear anything about the Venom. Just kind of like,
Yeah. The Venom movies, they've been fine. I think part of it also is I get it that it's, Sony still owns the character, but you can't have Venom without Spider-Man.
it is a weird situation where you have
Yeah.
Venom without Spider-Man,
Yeah,
and
that's
also without the Spider-Man gallery of villains.
yeah.
Like it feels weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels weird for Venom to be like the standalone thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it did make me want to go back and watch. I haven't watched any of the other Venom movies. So
They're serviceable movies. They have their moments. They're good comic book movies. It's just, in my opinion, weird without Spider-Man.
yeah, yeah,
Because I mean, how do you? I mean, that's the whole. That's why Venom looks like Venom because he was originally bonded to Peter, and yeah. But
that part's a little weird. I'm on board with that's an odd,
yeah,
and that's just how the world is right now.
yeah, yeah. Just wait if you finish watching Craven.
Oh yeah, is it really that
Yeah.
bad?
Have you watched Morbius?
No, isn't that the one
Yeah.
that they like tried to release and re-release because nobody liked it?
Yeah, that and Madam Web. The Sony quote unquote Spider Verse movies are just because they don't have Spider Man in them, so
Right.
it's just bizarre.
Yeah, and people love Spider-Man,
Yeah,
as we
yeah,
discussed last time.
yeah.
People love
No, yeah,
Spider-Man two
yeah.
times ago.
Spider Man's amazing.
It's
It's
literally in
got
the
it in
title.
his name. Yeah,
It's in the title.
yeah,
Yeah. I,
yeah.
it makes me worried for the Fantastic Four movie
Mm-hmm.
that if it's not nailed 100%, people are just going to rage against it.
Well, I think people already are raging.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they're like, why does Reed Richards have a mustache? Who gives a shit?
That's a weird thing to be mad about.
Really? Is it?
I
People
it's
fussed
very
about the Cavill mustache or lack thereof, the CG about that, and it's I don't know. The people are raging. Oh, there's a female Silver Surfer. Well, there's actually a female Silver Surfer in the comics, so shut it, nerd.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a fun
So
fact.
yeah,
Austin
yeah.
didn't
We
hear.
we went and saw the Thunderbolts in the theater because my wife's a maniac and likes the theater experience.
Sure.
We had fun. I mean, it wasn't a 10 out of 10, but it was a good comic book movie.
Does it need to be a 10 out of 10 every time?
I don't think so, but I think people have it in their mind. Well, you could take it to everything. Look at video games. A game will get an 8 or an 8.5 or even a 7, and people are like, oh, that's garbage.
Right.
And no,
And it's
not everything can be a masterpiece.
and what people need to understand is also it's in the eyes of the critic, right?
Yes.
Like you know, you and I would rate Expedition 33 wildly different.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
would because it's not my play style.
Right.
It's not the thing I want to invest my time into. So to me, it's not worth as much as it is to you. That doesn't
Yeah.
make it wrong.
No.
Well, you're wrong, but
Yeah. I mean, all of these are subjective interpretations.
right. I mean,
There's no objective. It's not like.
there are objectively bad movies out there, right?
Well, yes. Yeah, I get. There can be problems with acting or
Right.
cinematography or things like that. But
Blade 3 is objectively a bad movie. Wesley Snipes didn't want to do it.
Oh yeah,
There was
yeah,
all these problems.
right.
And look, Blade is a beloved movie franchise,
Yeah,
right? That it's so beloved that they're having trouble rebooting Blade
yeah,
because of it. But people forget that Blade 3 was bad.
yeah.
Like it's really bad.
Hmm.
Blade 2 is not great.
Yeah,
But Blade 1 is amazing.
yeah.
You
Well,
know.
yeah. I mean, well, look at some of the X-Men movies.
Almost all of them are bad.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, that
yeah,
doesn't. I mean, they're really bad.
yeah.
X-Men 3, X3,
Oh gosh, that was so
terrible,
bad. Yeah.
terrible movie.
Oh, the
But
Juggernaut. No, you're not.
people love, yeah, people love Hugh Jackman's Wolverine from that, but they
Right.
forget how bad those movies really were.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3, pretty bad.
Oh, really bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
real bad.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they're considered bad movies, but I think there's reason for that.
Yeah.
But we didn't hate on them as bad as I think people are hating on these movies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
To hate on Sam Wilson as Captain America because he's not Chris Evans is bonkers.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's
Because
a
Chris Evans
total.
said he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do?
Right.
And funny enough,
Yeah.
the comic books have an answer for that because they're just like, oh well, someone becomes the new Iron Man, someone becomes the new Captain America.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
Yeah.
bad, sad,
Hmm.
sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's a sad way to hate on movies
Oh, yeah.
because you're not going to enjoy yourself if you
Right.
don't.
And it doesn't help anyone.
No,
Yeah.
it's never going to be. Fantastic Four, whatever comes out in 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
Something like.
No. It's next month, isn't it?
Is it next month?
I can't remember.
I thought it was fall. Whatever, whenever it comes out. When that movie comes out, there's always going to be, well, they didn't do.
July 25th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Johnny Storm wasn't good enough, and
Yeah.
there's just going to be something you're not going to like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, I just talked myself out of not defending these people because Ghost Rider is so bad. Damn it, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I wanted to like that movie so bad because I love Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they fucked that movie up. Had such good potential. Had Nicolas Cage, had Sam Elliott, who said,
Yeah. Yep.
Eva Longoria. No.
Mm-hmm.
Eva
No.
Mendes? Whatever that lady's name is.
I don't know.
Hot chick with the mole.
Chick with the mole.
She's got a mole right on her upper lip, her beauty mark.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's a bad movie.
Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes. That's a bad movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it feels like it shouldn't be a bad movie because it feels like something that Nick Cage would totally do and be into.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, there was also that unreleased Superman movie that he was in.
Yeah.
Which, it's the other side, but DC, they've got the new Superman movie coming out next month, and people are angry about that.
Whole new Superman.
Yeah.
I'm not angry about it, but I just don't want to watch Krypton blowing up for the 38th time.
I don't think they're going to show that.
No?
I don't think so. I don't think that they're going to have an origin story in it.
Good.
Yeah.
It's fine to admit we all know who Superman is.
Right. Yeah.
You can move on.
So.
Yeah, like Shang-Chi made sense that there was an origin story, right? Not a lot of people know that character.
Exactly.
Doctor Strange even. Like, that was a perfectly fine, acceptable thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to hear about Batman one more time. I don't need to hear about Superman one more time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was like the... God, I can't think of his name. Tom Holland, the new Spider-Man. We didn't have to see Uncle Ben get murdered.
It's true. We've all seen it. We all know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
They didn't
He's
even really
Peter Parker.
talk about it, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, he's Peter Parker. Cool. We know where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just yeah. We need to give movies a little bit more, I don't know, leeway.
Yeah.
And look, you're entitled to your opinions, but I think it's also it's so easy to hate on the internet.
It is that. And it's also tough because if a movie doesn't make $100 billion, we don't consider it a success anymore.
Right.
You know. And I think that's part of the problem too, is we don't have a good metric for what makes a successful movie anymore, because people just aren't going to the theater.
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't been to the theater. I went to see that terrible Ridley Scott movie. That's the last thing I saw in the theater.
Which Ridley Scott movie?
Napoleon.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was bad.
Yeah.
Objectively bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, take the financial parts out of it. I mean, if it was just one of those, like, when you got done, as you walked out, you know, you hit a "I liked it, I didn't like it" button or something.
Yeah. Or
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be I'm had the greatest time of my life. It could just be I was entertained.
Yeah, exactly.
Harrison Ford was a believable Red Hulk. Crazily believable Red Hulk.
Yeah.
But he was like inside the aircraft carrier and like gripping the pipe.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, he's gonna bust out as Red Hulk in this fucking carrier and just destroy everything. I was so excited for that.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Yeah. But I think it's also, and I get that they want to keep things separated, but like with something like that, it's like there's a Red Hulk that appears in DC.
Right.
Nobody's going to call, like, I don't know, Bruce Banner.
Right. Hey, Sam Wilson, I know you got no superpowers, and Hulk objectively is the strongest being in the Marvel universe and is invulnerable, and there's literally no way to stop him. You have no powers.
Yeah, phone a friend, bud.
It would have been amazing if, like, they're like, all right, Sam's just distracting him, and then you just see Bruce Banner just, Hulk smash. That would have been amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that part was a little unbelievable because, again, Hulk is...
Yeah.
All Hulks are amazingly, terrifyingly strong beings.
Yeah.
That also, how are they keeping him from hulking out inside of, what's it called, the hole?
Oh, the raft.
The raft, yeah.
I'm assuming it's something in his suit, because there was, like, on the left chest of it, there was, like, I don't know, it looked like electronics or something on his, but yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you get angry and bust his way out.
Yeah. The best thing you can do is send him into a wormhole and let him be a Hulk smashing things.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see him, like, brought back for something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that Harrison Ford's going to do that, but it would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, definitely get his permission and everything, but do you really need actual Harrison Ford? Or do you just CG it and it's the Hulk?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be Thunderbolt Ross. He could just be Red Hulk.
You know what made me kind of happy? The child in me was very happy in it. I was happy that Harrison Ford did the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, he gets this... You get the impression from Harrison that he's kind of, like, done with doing those kinds of things.
Yeah.
But then you remember, oh, yeah, this guy's he just likes doing action movies.
Yeah.
Like, I think I got a bad impression of Harrison because he was like, I don't want to do Han Solo anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with Star Wars. I'm done with it. But he still does indie. So
yeah,
he's still into doing bad stuff. He's just...
Yeah. Well, and I think they interviewed him before Brave New World came out or whatever. He was like, they just told me I had to, I had some acting, but I also got to just growl and roar and scream. That was, I could act like an idiot and get paid for it.
He's also apparently high constantly.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's what, 80?
Oh yeah, he's easily 80,
Yeah.
and yeah, he did a good job. He was yeah. All right, that's all I gotta say. Go watch
He's 82.
it. 82 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, look at him at the end of that when he was, getting all right. He's in great shape for an 82-year-old.
In pretty good shape for an 82-year-old. And when he holds out, you're like, oh my god, look how great a shape he's in.
Yeah. 'Cause that's how it actually works.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
give him the I guess
Gamma
what's
radiation.
gamma,
Yeah.
but it's not really gamma radiation with him. It doesn't really make sense
Yeah, it's
because it's a serum that he's taking in pill form. Yeah,
yeah.
comic books magic.
Comic books. Yeah. Hmm.
Well, my friend, move on to topic 2. Wow, we
Yeah.
ran long on that conversation about
Yeah.
comic movies.
Topic 2 is not going to be probably that long. So my wife and I went and saw. We've talked about it before. Stand-up comedy act. We went and saw one live. Probably the first one we've seen.
Hmm.
It was in a larger venue. I can't remember what the capacity was down there and everything, but yeah, there were a lot of people. Lots of people. I somehow lucked out that the seat beside me and the seat in front of me stayed vacant.
Oh,
It was a sold out show, but those people didn't show up or whatever. But it's just, I don't understand why people are so stupid when they go to these venues. The seats are clearly labeled, but people have no idea where their seats are. There was one gentleman I overheard who was mumbling around, stumbling around, and he's like, "No, these are our seats." No, and the people that he was trying to steal the seats from, no, these are ours. Look at our ticket. And then they finally called a usher over, and the usher looks at this gentleman's tickets and it says, "Sir, this says WC 100, seats 5 and 6." Well, yeah, this is section 100, and the usher was like, "Well, yes, but WC means wheelchair. The wheelchair section is right beside this. It's right here." Yeah, but there aren't any seats there. And the usher says, "Well, sir, if you buy a wheelchair seat, there's no seat because you're in a wheelchair." And this guy was just stunned. I, I, my wife and I look at each other and we look back, and it's just like, yeah, this schmuck bought wheelchair seats and then had the audacity to be angry that there weren't chairs.
yeah.
I,
That's
I, uh,
that's a tough one.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
yeah,
second part of the wheelchair word
yeah,
really is a clue.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Um, I was a bad person at
Oh boy.
this comedy show before it started. So on the way, we were trying to find a place to eat. Every place was pretty full, and we went to this lovely. It was like an old burger diner kind of place. It was called Frank and Patty's, and that's literally they sold hot dogs and hamburgers. That's it.
Oh, it's a
And
name.
yeah. Well, which side tangent? I'm an idiot. I thought it was a gentleman named Frank and a lady named Patty that opened this place.
Sure, could see that.
But yeah. So anyway, we got our burgers. They're great. It is a nice. I think for 2 burgers, 2 orders of fries. My wife got a cocktail. I got their beer on tap or whatever that they make. It was, I don't know. Our dinner was $40. It
Oh,
was yeah,
side tangent to that. Quick side
yeah,
tangent.
yeah.
We went to Alaska. Do you know how much a salad at this restaurant we went to? And this was like a same thing, like a little local dive bar.
Yeah. Oh, it
How
was
much?
probably like $25.
$38.
Good God. Well, yeah, because they don't have lettuce up there.
Yeah, everything is crazy expensive
Wait,
up
wait,
there.
wait. Isn't that where they get the iceberg lettuce?
From the icebergs, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Um. So yeah. So yeah, I got a burger, fries. We're sitting there, and my tummy rumbled a little bit. I was like,
Uh-oh.
oh. I was like, oh, well, maybe I can let this out quietly,
Oh no.
and I did. It was very quiet, and all of a sudden, my wife elbows me, and she goes, "Oh my God, what is that?" This young man had just walked behind us, and I point. I was like, that son of a bitch crop dusted us. And my wife believed it. So I let this young man take the fall.
This guy had no clue he was thrown under the bus.
Yep.
Way to go.
Well, that was like a little bit later. My tummy rumbled again. I was like, I can't do this again.
The same guy's not here.
The guy's not here.
I gotta find him.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
But
nice.
yeah, it was just, yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was nice to walk to a venue, find a place to eat on the way. They had like their nightlife going on, on our way back, and a whole little downtown area. It was quaint. And evidently, this venue we went, it's called the Dome. It's like 90% done construction wise. They're still finishing the parking garage part, but it's part owned by Pharrell. This was the first comedy venue ever at this location. They may or may not have been recording for like a Showtime or whatever, so they could broadcast Kevin James.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
So yeah.
We
some poor bastard got blamed for my gas.
we are having a row, a public row in my town.
Okay.
So talking about walking around and enjoying the nightlife. Main Street Newark it's literally a main street. It's not like these fake main streets you have down where you live.
Yeah.
But it's got all the shops and the bars are all on one road. It's I don't know, 2 miles long, maybe 3. I don't know how long it is end to end, but there's basically, we used to have like the Main Street crawl where you just walk from bar to bar to bar. It's got shopping, it's got restaurants, and it's pretty much the downtown area, nightlife area of Newark. Okay. We've had some incidents recently where a guy fled the cops, hit a student, killed a student.
Yeah.
It just happened again. This has all been on the news.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are pushing that they just close the road.
Right.
Like, make it a pedestrian only, especially in the really densely populated, there's really this one section where all the bars are at and all the...
Yeah. That would make sense.
Just make it a walking / bike area only.
Yeah.
Put hard barriers up that can be, because the fire department, we got to be able... Okay, well, you put barriers up that you can move for the fire department.
Right, yeah.
But for the most part, it should be a pedestrian-only area.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got to be able to walk. What about X? What about somebody's handicapped? Well, you can put handicap parking at one area, and they can.
Yeah.
But how do they get around their house? They still wheelchair or something, right?
Yeah.
Handicap doesn't mean they don't move at all.
Yeah, that's bedbound, and usually they're not the ones frequenting the bars.
Right, but there's this very adamant, no, we have to be able to have cars accessing this area. It's got to be. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why can't you just have a walking area in your town? I guarantee you,
people in America are so ingrained with their vehicle and it being a status, and
I just don't. I see it as it would be a win for the businesses because people would be walking.
Right.
You're more likely to go, oh, I'm going to stop in this shop because I just walked by and I saw something.
Right.
It's almost like when Governor Minner passed the smoking ban in Delaware. And all these bars are, we got to have smokers. They're the heart and soul. And then they all figured out immediately that once the smoking ban went into effect, they were making more money because people were staying at the bars longer.
Exactly.
And I bet if you do the same thing with walking, it'll have a pretty similar effect.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
All these little shops that people, I'll just, because it is quite lovely to, my wife and I will do it. We'll just, we'll park our car and we'll walk down Main Street and, we'll go to little shops and walk around, get food. It'd be much nicer if it was even more walking friendly.
Yeah, I agree.
When you go to these places that are like that, it is so refreshing.
Yes, yeah, that's my wife and I literally said that yesterday morning as we were walking back after finally getting breakfast.
Yeah, it's refreshing to do that where you're like, oh, I didn't have to deal with a car.
Yeah,
Like what we take the RV and we'll go someplace and we'll just be there for a week without a car, and people are like, well, how do
yeah,
you not get around? You're like, I have a bike or I
yeah,
walk, and
yeah,
it's fine. you
yeah,
know, you
yeah.
know, sometimes you're a couple miles out of town and you bike into town, and then you
Right.
walk
Yeah,
around, and you get back on your
yeah,
bike, and you go back to your RV.
yeah.
And
It's not. Yeah,
it's nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you went to a comedy show. I've only been to one, and I didn't really enjoy it.
No. Yeah, the opening act, he was fine, but yeah, it was overall it was a fun time. It was something my wife and I can say we've done, and yeah,
I think the problem is like I feel like I have to be engaged and laughing at all the jokes, and I'm like, I don't find this as funny as everybody around me is finding. And then I start to
yeah,
feel awkward about it, and I'm like, oh boy,
yeah.
I get my own
Yeah, well,
head.
the lady 2 seats down from me on the right, she had this cackle laugh. Oh
Oh,
my god! If she had ended up sitting beside me, I would have raged. I
yeah,
would have raged.
it's rough.
But yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed
yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
Glad you walked
yeah.
around. I'm glad you got to see 4 different breakfast sites. Like, think about how you got to see.
Oh yeah,
Focus on the
yeah.
positive.
Yes, I did.
You should have gotten a coffee at each one, and then you could have rated them for your wife and be like, oh, this one
they
was this one.
they all tasted like coffee. I'm bet. God. So
We should. I think for 2026, you should try a new type of coffee per week.
mm,
Like an Americano, a Frappuccino,
no,
Blocka Blocka, whatever you
I
guys get.
don't like all those. I just
But
like a
I
cup of
think
coffee.
this should be the challenge for you.
But I don't know.
You
I
might
don't
really
want that
like a
challenge.
cappuccino.
I've tried cappuccino. I'm not a big fan.
Maybe you're into flat whites.
You know why I tried cappuccino? Hudson Hawk.
Oh, that's good. That's a good reason.
Yep.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't try any of them because they all taste like coffee and they're gross.
Yeah.
Is it a London fog that's coffee mixed with tea?
Oh, that sounds awful.
Doesn't it sound? It's awful. It's got to be awful.
God.
To
I hope
me,
it's that and not some other weird kind of thing. London fog drink. Yeah, Earl Grey latte with steamed milk.
yeah, that sounds really gross.
Why?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, folks, look
Yeah.
forward to Chris's report next week when he tries a Americano flat white mochaccino with cinnamon twist.
Oh yeah. 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 But yeah. Yeah. You let
And then
us
he's
know
got
in
to
the
start making.
Discord
Oh,
what.
well, see, what the thing is, you're going to find that you love something fancy, and
Yeah.
you're the deputy chief now. So you're going to have to replace the coffee machine at work with something that makes this fancy coffee.
Oh yeah.
Everybody else will drink the fancy coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
And
sure
I look
that'll
forward to the 2027 budget that says $76,000 for a cappuccino machine.
Yeah, but you know what? With our city, they would probably pass that.
They probably
Not
100%.
even blink.
They
Do you
they
want two?
they blink and they'd be like, oh yeah, as long as other employees can come there, yeah.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden we run in a fucking Starbucks out of the back of the station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, because you see, we have the French firefighters that come over once a year, so we have to have some fancy
That's true.
coffee for them.
That's
See
true.
this? Yeah.
Diversity.
Yep. Like, subscribe, share, folks. Follow us on Twitter.
CO True at 22.
Join the Discord, and yeah. Let
Have a
us
great day.
know.
That's
What
important.
you want to walk around and do, and yeah, just have a good day.